Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I'm gonna talk through some of my vape options with you because when you first get your medical cannabis script, or you deciding that you're going to become a medical cannabis patient, the first thing you need to do is get a dry herb vaporizer. I didn't really know anything about vapes because in the olden days I used to smoke spliffs and vapes weren't around, but I gave up smoking back here about 4 years ago, so I've got no intention of putting it in a spliff or smoking anything anymore. So yeah, I was looking for a really budget vape because I wanted to see whether this was going to be right for me, because I really didn't know. I had had such a long gap between being a cannabis user of like 30 years probably, or maybe a bit less. I didn't want to buy something that was really expensive, like a really expensive vape, and then not use it. So I went for the budget option, and the two options that seemed to be the best in the price range, which was under 100 quid, was the PAX 3 and the X-Max V3 Pro. And the V3 Pro seemed to have slightly better reviews. The PAX 3 did have some good reviews, but the X-Max seemed to be better. So that was the one I went for, and it looks like this. It's really sleek. It's a really nice design. It looks, to me, it just looks like a nicotine vape. And it's just very streamlined. There's not like loads of components to it. It's very easy to clean. You put the cannabis in there, you put your weed in there, and then oops, hold on a second, and you just turn it on and use it. It's really, really simple. The thing I really didn't like about it was that I found it really, really hard to take a drag from. For some reason, the airflow isn't the best on this, I think, and it was a real effort, and I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought it'd be really easy to drag from because, yeah, it's a vape, but it wasn't. And I have like severe fatigue. I've got ME and all sorts of fatigue-related illnesses, and I also have really bad asthma, and I've knackered my lungs from being a very heavy cannabis smoker, for many years when I was young, smoking spliffs, and then being a rolly backy smoker for donkey's years, and I only gave up 4 years ago. So my lungs aren't in a great state, and I have severe asthma as well. So I think if you don't have asthma or COPD, or you haven't wrecked your lungs, and you don't have fatigue issues, I think you'll be all right with this. But I definitely know that it's quite difficult to drag from compared to the other vapes that I've got. So you need to weigh that up, really. But for the cost, it is really, really good. And it has got some really good features. It's got an on-demand mode, which I really wish my second vape had. Basically, the session mode is you just fire it up, and it carries on heating the cannabinoids up until the vapor is gone, or until you've had enough medication and turn it off. The session mode is really good because basically the heating element only gets activated when you breathe in. So you're only heating what you need and what's actually going into your lungs. So if you're a light user and you just want to have like a few tokes, and you want to just leave it for a bit and come back to it, you can just leave it, and then there'll still be some medicine in it. So when I used this, and I probably used this for maybe about 6 weeks or something, I just used it on session mode all the time. So I really like that aspect of it. I did find the vapor a bit hot on this one, and that's why I got this glass piece, because I thought it might be a little bit cooler, but I didn't find that it made a massive difference. It did a tiny bit, because I've lost the other mouthpiece, but it looks like a whistle. It's just this sort of whistle shaped mouthpiece, and it's plastic, so it's a little bit cooler, but I wasn't like brilliantly happy with it. And you know, this might just be me because I've got really, really sensitive, reactive lungs. You might be okay, but I found it a little bit harsh and a bit hot. So I then bought a bong or a bubbler, whatever you want to call it. And I got this honey one from Vape Fiend, and I think it was about 40 quid. I can't quite remember, but I think it's a really good little bong. And the good thing about this glass mouthpiece is that it doubles up as a attachment for this honey. So you just literally stick the bong in there and then you breathe through here, and actually that does sort out the breathing thing a bit, because it is easier to breathe through here. It's a larger hole than it is here. So I do think that getting a bubbler, you know, is a really good idea if you do have one of these and you're finding it a little bit hot, a bit too hot and harsh. And what else can I say about it? It's got dosing capsules. I'll show you those in a minute, because I don't know where they are, the ones I've got for this V3 X Max, but I've got them for my second vape, so I can show you. But they're little capsules that you basically you fill with your herb, and then you put it in there. And it saves on cleaning, and it's just so easy to use. So I do recommend using the dosing capsules if you get this vape. And also, finally, I really like that the design of this is it's got a little stirrer, because basically it's really good to stir your weed maybe halfway through your vaping session, because it churns up the mix, and it moves the toasted cannabinoids, the toasted weed around, so that you're getting maximum extraction of your medicine. So I do like that factor. You don't have to find a stirrer, you've got one on there. But yeah, I wasn't that happy with it because of the how hard it was to take a drag. So I did a bit of research, and then I listened to what people were saying, which was go for the Mighty Plus or the Crafty Plus. And because I didn't really think I needed, I'm not out and about that much, so I didn't think I needed the battery power of the Mighty Plus. I got this Crafty Plus, which is the little brother or sister of the Mighty Plus. It is smaller. It's quite significantly smaller, actually. The Mighty is much bigger. And the thing that makes this different really is that it's got a much smaller battery. So if you need a big battery, I would go for the Mighty. But if you're like me and you're not out for like too long, then yeah, I would get that. This is cheaper, obviously. I'm not sure how much the Mighty Plus is, but the Crafty Plus was £249, so it's not cheap. This is not a budget option for not a desktop. What am I thinking of? For a portable vape. That's it. A portable vape. It's quite expensive, but they're made to last, and Stores and Bickle are like the creme de la creme of vape manufacturers. So I trust this. I trust this brand. It doesn't have the session mode, which I think is a real shame for something that's this expensive. I think it should have that. I'm not sure if the Mighty does or doesn't, but the Crafty doesn't. Crafty Plus doesn't. These are the dosing capsules. They're these little capsules with air holes, and you just literally scoop out your dose, stick it in this chamber. It's got a ceramic chamber, and you plonk it in there. You can put the weed directly in there, but the magic of these is these dosing capsules are that it makes cleaning a doddle, because I just stick them in isopropyl alcohol and soak them for a bit. So yeah, it doesn't get as dirty, the vape, when you use them. But it's also really good for if you're going out and you need a few doses, you can preload up your dosing capsules and take them, and then it's really simple to just plonk one in and change your dose. you know, get your medicine out, and it's discreet as well, and also doesn't blow around in the wind if you're having to sort of grind your weed up and load it up outside or something. So I really recommend with any of these to get the dosing capsules. So that's the Crafty Plus, 249. The X Max V3 Pro was 89. And then finally, I tried a Volcano a few weeks ago. I went to this Cannabis summit in Brighton, and it had lots of talks and things and stalls and stuff. It was really good. And they had like a vape area where you could vape legally, which was really cool because I'd never vaped well, I've been in this building because I live in Brighton, so I've been in this building for years on and off, and I've never vaped, you know. It was really good to be able to like have that freedom of vaping in a cafe in my hometown. It was cool. It was definitely a taste of things to come, I think, with you know, getting rid of prohibition, and yeah, hopefully moving towards full legalization at some point soon in the UK. So yeah, that was quite a novelty. But anyway, they had these volcanoes to try, and they're made by Stores and Bickle as well. And it was absolutely amazing. It literally blew my socks off, literally and metaphorically. It's a desktop plug-in vape that's got a balloon, and you can use I think it was a hybrid one, and you can use like a hubbly bubbly hose thingy as well with it. But I couldn't afford it. They're really expensive. So I've gone for this one, which is the Arizer. It looks like this. It's quite a big thing. It's not that heavy, but you know, it's a hell of a lot more bulky than the portable ones. And it's called the Arizer XQ2 vaporizer, and that was £219. So it's not mega cheap, but it is definitely cheaper than the Volcano. And I've only used the Volcano once. So I haven't really got much to compare it to other than that one time, but this is fantastic. It really is. I don't think I'm actually going to get a Volcano now because I'm so happy with this. And this is what I gravitate towards when I'm at home. I'll always fire this up because I feel like it, with the balloon, it just keeps the vapor in so well. And the terpenes are just so alive and so tasty, and it's such a sort of amazing experience vaping with a balloon. I think it's just it's a completely different experience, and yeah, it's pretty easy to use. You just plug it in the mains. It's got glass components, which I think is really good because you know, I do think it is a little bit cooler using glass components than plastic. So this is the bag, and you just fit this nozzle on here, and it's got this mouthpiece here. This bit here, I've never used it. It's meant to be as a stopper. So if you've got a full bag and the doorbell goes or something, you have to put it down, put your bag down. You can put this stopper on. And they've got one, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's the one down from this model. And it's pretty similar, but it doesn't have this stopper on it. But to be honest, I've never used it. I just put my finger on it if I want to have a little break or I'm doing something. But it's a handy feature to have. What else can I say about it? So it's got this bowl here, and again, I think this is different to the model that's the one down from this, in that it's got two size bowls. I mean, that's not really a game changer for me because it's just me on my own, and I don't know, there's plenty of room for my weed in the small bowl. But if you were to like want to, you know, have a celebratory session, you can fill it up to there, and it's huge, but I can't see myself ever using that. So yeah, it just goes in there. You fill the weed up here. You plonk this bit of the vape onto there, and then you slot the mouthpiece in, and then you just blow it up. I'm just going to turn it on. I think that you know, it takes a few minutes. This isn't a quick sort of, you know, with the VMAX, especially with the instant mode, the session mode, you know, you can medicate really quickly. This is, you know, a few minutes. But when you're at home and you know, it doesn't take a really long time. I think that might be an upgrade as well from this one and the one down from it, the model down from it. I think this one heats up quicker. I think it takes about a minute. Oh shit. Sorry, that was my ring light. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry about that. I think it takes about a minute or two. It looks like it's heating up. Yeah, it takes a couple of minutes, but I found that it's good to give it a few more minutes, because it I don't know, I think there's something that with this model that I found that I need to heat it up higher than my portable vapes. So I have this at 200 degrees, whereas I have my other one at 185. And yeah, I give it a few minutes to heat up after it's reached its temperature. It has other features, like it's got different colours, so you can tell when it's ready. If you don't want it to beep, you can tell by the colour that it's changing, and you can set what colours you want as well. It's, you know, you can change your own colours. You can choose your own colours according to what message the vape is giving you. Yeah, and then you just literally push this button here. It's got a button here with a fan on it. Oops. Oh, God. It's got a button here somewhere. Where am I? There. Anyway, it's got a button with a fan on it. And take my word for it. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Lord. I've got too many things on this desk. It's like, yeah, this desktop vape is it's pulling my ring light down. Anyway. Yeah, you push the fan, and it takes 2 or 3 minutes to fill up. It's not instant. So if you've got the patience, I would say go for this. It's just an amazing vape, and yeah, as I said, the terpenes are just so strong, and I feel like I get way more of the terpene portion of it before they burn out, and you know, you're really getting that sort of toasted vapor. It just tastes really, really good, and I feel like I just get much more medication effects. I feel like it's a lot stronger with the bag than it is with these portable ones. I just feel like it's, for me anyway, I feel like there's a bit of a difference between the medicating effects. I tend to do 2 bags usually. I have done 4. I have done 3 or 4. It gets quite harsh, but you still got loads of vapor, and it's still a lot of medicine in there. But yeah, my average is a couple of bags, but the first bag is the best in terms of the flavour and the taste, but it's the same with your desktop ones. And yeah, when it's done, you just take it off, and then you've got a bag full of amazing, yummy medication. And it's really cool as well. It is the coolest. There's no heat in there really at all. It's like, it's really smooth on the throat and the lungs, and it's just so nice. I love it. Yeah, it's a goodie. So yeah, that's my Goldilocks and the 3 vapes. Oh yeah, I haven't shown you the hose. This is the hose that this Arizer desktop comes with, and yeah, it literally just sticks into the vape, and you can use it like that. But as I said, I love the bags, you know, or the balloons as they're called. So I hope that's helped a bit. It's a really long, a bit of a muddly video, but yeah, I hope that's helped give you a few options as to what what you want to look for. I mean, obviously, if you've got money, then go for the Mighty Plus or go for the Volcano, but I really love this, and I just don't think I need to change really. Oh yeah, one other thing was that I changed the bag maybe once a week. Yeah, I change it once a week. So I have seen a video where people as there was one woman YouTuber that was filling up the bags with alcohol and drying them out, which you could totally do, but I tend to clean the components every couple of days, or if I vaped heavily, then every day. And I just tend to use a pipe cleaner and some isopropyl alcohol, and soak what bits I can in the alcohol. But I think that's it really. I think that concludes my my rambly video about vapes. And yeah, let me know what vapes you've got or what vapes you've tried, what your favorites are. Let me know if you've got any of the ones I've got or you're thinking about getting them. And yeah, good luck with finding the right vape. Yeah, take care guys. Bye, happy medicating.